Welcome back, guys, to the next episode of Higurashi. This will be episode 4. In the last episode, all we did was get to know the characters, get to know the schooling area. You know, nothing crazy has happened yet, but grab a snack. We're here for a little bit more. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this playthrough, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more, and let's get into it. All right. Right now, we're starting chapter 2. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. Kay, you should. This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Just go auto. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Alright. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Kay, you're late. Sorry, the show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting. Okay, old geezer. Me, you just got here yourself. Aha. Ha ha. Aha aha. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Yeah, she fucking was. Runner was carrying a pretty heavy looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Rena really didn't make a picnic. Kay, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? She's been like this since last night, you know. Can you take responsibility for this? Alright. I'm a man after all. I'll take responsibility. Whoa, you gotta be careful about taking responsibility. Hold up. Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what? See what I'm saying? Like, whoa, you can't just say that. You know what I mean? Like, as we both turn around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except, this was Rena we were talking about. About 2 kilos, I guess. 2 kilos is what I'd say if I was American and knew what a kilo is. I'm kidding. When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi is a boy after all. Oh, fuck. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot. Okay? Let's get going. Heave ho. It's like 3 of y'all play it together. Pick it up together, you know? Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunch boxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad. Got it? The only thing I could do at the moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll, a carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day. Oh, you would be Maebara, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there are so few people here in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's that Maebara fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination. You could only pull it off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. That sounds completely ridiculous. But I guess since I'm a city kid, I probably wouldn't disagree. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. Agreed. That's not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know them. The first people we met was old man Takezo from the Makino bike shop. Oh my god. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Next we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke. His hobby is sharpshooting and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. And the person we just met was Mios, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are bird watching and photography. You know, the names of everyone we pass by, and even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try it out. You there, who am I? Aha! You're Keiichi Maebara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers. Hello? Whoa, you didn't out him like that. That's crazy. Didn't you? That's enough. That's enough. That's crazy. Boxers? Enough of that. Apparently, there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. Nah, this place is crazy. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? Keiichi is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking. So, the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. I had never ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before. Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course we were called out again to in the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima. Good day. Oh my, Maebara. How wonderful you have having a lovely girl on each arm. I know, right? You gotta let a player play. How are you? How are you getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink. So now then. About time to have lunch. Maybe. Rena's brilliant smile signaled they approached an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can, but it's just too much. It's fine, Kay. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I expect no less from the class representative. Rena, if we're gonna eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Yes, good idea. I agree. Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn out straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is the Furude Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The one Watanagashi, oh my god, is a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of summer, winter. I was I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Don't they hold like festivals for like New Year's and stuff like that? Now then, spread out the lunch boxes, and there, various colored lunch boxes were placed one after another on the top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know? And then these two bobbleheads show up. Well, you know, Rika's precious, but the other one is also precious, but she's kind of a bobblehead. Good afternoon. It was Rika and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was her secret plan, to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up with all the pieces are in place is my specialty. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. That's why she brought all that freaking food. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. Yeah, screw her. Hold on one second. Where's my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that, Rika. Oh, hater energy. Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I left at the boxes having it out with each other. Man, really, Kate? You're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate. One for me and Rika. They almost got me, but I caught it. 2. Oh, man. Rena whipped out a pair. Oh, crap. I skipped that. They almost get me with these honorifics, but nah, they ain't gonna catch me. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay. Shall we commence this battle? Please, eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Just then, I realized that the lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have this hamburger. Using your elbows against the rules, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening move. Satoko appeared to have an upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. Ah, the last meatball. Satoko Hojo has been bested. Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. I was gonna say, yeah, what the... Was he choking in his brain? Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were folding all around her. Mion advertised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power to just so things could go. Wait, dang it. Just so things can go. Oh, things could stay like this. Okay. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there's so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. I think the benefit of doing something like this is like people can watch, like, if you guys like want, you could watch this on your way to work or something, you know? I think that's pretty cool. You don't really have to like pay attention to like what I'm doing, like if I'm battling something in a Pokemon game or something. Kind of like a podcast, but not really. It's kind of cool. What do you guys think if it's cool? Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because back then people were busy, even while eating, and didn't have the time to compliment the flavor. That's just you. But you know, just hearing that is good. Makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. Rena over here being precious. It was delicious. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika struck Rena directly with praise. Almost. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. This is actually harder than it looks. Like, try not to read the honorifics. I'm actually messing this up. What? After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. How? Rika, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. Yeah, that's kidnapping. Can't quite do that. It was really delicious. Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika and hugging her cheeks and rubbing her cheeks against her so hard you could almost hear it. To reward Rika for her praise, these are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika. After Rika accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Rena? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think of with your weak vocab? Get her ass. Well then, allow me to show you. After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey, so Rena's lunch. Okay, the thing about One-chan, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm pretty sure that means like big sister. I'm almost positive that's what it means, or something along those to that effect. Satoko thought it was yummy too, or like an older doting sister or something like that. Satoko looked up at her proudly while talking cutesy. What? How was that praise? That's not even a persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Rena's limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. Aw, how? Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glumped Satoko and began rubbing her cheeks against her. Cute. Satoko was so cute. Take you home. Swish. Stab. Push. Stab. What the hell? Satoko was presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them... Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the motion of her preparing. Okay, I was going to say, dang. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick. If it upsets you so much, why not reward Rena with some praise? Damn it. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise. Satoko, you think you won that, didn't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Kay is gonna be the one who does it. Why the hell would I do it? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why don't I have you show me then? The writing of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly, perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No, actually, almost all of it was frozen stuff. Then which ones did you make fresh? Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say? Must I? From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? Rena turned an even deeper shade of red. The words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face. I hope he gets it wrong. How can you tell? How? That I made it. Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be to finish her. It had your smell. Okay, so we're going to be a freak about this. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face stood completely red, frozen solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. I think it's crazy that he said that while eating the food. He's like, this food smells like you. I'm going to eat it. What the hell? Of course I did, too. That's called a misplay. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko. It felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Yeah. Then at that moment, whoosh. It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Please eat some, Keiichi. There's plenty for you. Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Okay. So say, Keiichi. Yeah, he didn't misplay. He hit it on the head. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. How about them apples, Satoko? Looks like we win. Okay, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How is that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I appreciate that beyond such a freaking chaotic evil. I mean, true chaotic neutral. She's out here just like stoking the pot, just making it worse for everybody. I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all. Satoko ground her teeth. Mortified, we did it. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. My man about to die on food for that one. That doesn't happen in the anime, so that was interesting to find out. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika, you're not eating it. Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe. Looking over, Rika had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it on her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. Wait. That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose. Okay, hold up. Tonight, I will take you home. You can't keep saying that, chick. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me and gathered them up with a whip and fudge. I didn't finish reading that. What did that say? Gathered them up with the whip and fixed them back on the plate. Okay, yep, there we go. Now they're all just fine. Here, I'll give them to you, Rika. Rika raised up Satoko's hand like a referee after having the plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered, "This is our victory." What? What? A comeback? I just don't care anymore. Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Yeah, that is... Okay. I guess that's the scene. It was a fun-filled, crazy day, but as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. I can't even tell it's sunset or dusk. Later, Rena and Kei, see you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quickly nodded. Ooh. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Yeah. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in a newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Nah, it's garbage. Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here. Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa, phrasing. My city race health was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay right there, Keiichi. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Yeah, don't fall. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but it was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting without the lively Rena around. The surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Roll credits. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of a scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tan and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. It's the glasses, isn't it? It's definitely the glasses. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa, you surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by the suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. Why did I struggle to say photographer? I know how to say that word. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask you who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. Yeah. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what? You're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, the image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy, trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped up her head from the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. I don't know. Maybe she's checking on the dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would have if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Keiichi, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess. Nah, I'm over here being spooked. This guy straight up said they still haven't found one of the arms, and he said that with all seriousness. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for starting you, Keiichi. Tomitake chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi, are you angry? Why? I wonder. It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove. Oh yes. So listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. Colonel Sanders doll? Wait. The Kentucky Fried Chicken Colonel Sanders, yeah. Oh, that thing? Those statues they always have out front of the fried chicken place. The life-size dummy? Oh, y'all just won't say freaking KFC? Come on. Yes, Colonel Sanders. How cute. I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decided what was cute or not, but she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out to repay you for the delicious picnic you prepared today. Oh, thank you. How? What the hell does that? Birds heading home to roost proclaim that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I had tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of the cheery state. Hey, Rena? Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something? I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that. So you see, I don't really know much more from before that. Sorry. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seemed they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. You've received new tips. The Bar Mansion, the Dam Site Murder, Dismemberment, and Newspaper Edition. Okay. I think I'm going to end the episode here then. This was a nice, short revisit. And we are at the end of chapter 2. Nice. We got I guess it wasn't that much. But the fact that we got a whole chapter done, that's pretty cool. Alright then. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care and bye.